Detroit Dave. Yeah. 31 Trey in the building. Detroit Dave on the motherfucking track. Yeah, 7 Mile. So I'm from the D, right? Detroit, Michigan, the murder mitten. So just sit back and relax. Let me tell you about my hood. Yes, I'm from the D, bitch. You better get your mind right.
What up, though? It's your boy Detroit Dave, and we back with another one. It is Friday the 13th, June 2025, and we've already ran through the whole collection, right? So we got to find a way, because you know the channel is not just about to stop halfway through the year. We're not doing that. So concepts, ideas for content, that's what it's about, right? So I was thinking, Friday the 13th, what could I do? What could I do with Friday the 13th? So we got a little bit of this in there. We definitely do got a little bit of that Nike symbol on the back of some of these sneakers. But in common theme for Friday the 13th, shout out to Jason Voorhees. This one right here, we're going to take a look at all the sneakers that I feel match the bloody red category, right? Because, I mean, it's Friday the 13th. Why not? So, this is Detroit Dave's Friday the 13th Bloody Red Edition. And so what we're doing here is all of the sneakers that I have that I feel fit the bloody red category, we just gonna pull them out. We're gonna talk about them real quick and just look at them all together, because I feel like that's a great idea for this particular Friday evening, right? So at first I was gonna do all of my bread colorways, right? But then I realized some of the bread colorways are actually lighter red. Some of them have fire red. So if it's a fire red, that's gonna be a lighter color red. You know, blood is that deep, deep red. Now, one of these can be light, but it also can be dark. But it appears on camera as all red, so I had to throw it in there. So, let's get started, shall we? Obviously, y'all already know what this is, so we ain't gonna waste no time. Size 11, varsity red, black cell muslin. You know what it is by the box. With the actual receipt and the receipt from when I was about 5 years old. Lost in Figgities. We already know what they are. We ain't got to waste a lot of time. So let's go ahead and pull these out, because I know these bloody red. Now I know damn well these fit into that blood red category. They got to. The red on here is not like the red on other Air Jordan 1s. This is a deep, dark red. It's not bright at all, as y'all already know. Even with the leather on here, they use a different type of leather. It's more like a pressed leather, like a finished leather, versus the older Chicagos that have that regular grain leather. And so this definitely gives you that blood red feel. They even came with the bloody red laces. And so for me, I mean, obviously, if y'all remember from my Air Jordan 1 video, y'all know that these are still dead stock at the moment. This pair has not been worn. But you can see the bloody red laces in them. And I just thought that was a nice addition. I thought it made the shoe really look nice. And I think the contrast between the red laces and the white laces really set this sneaker off. So when I do decide to wear them, this is how I'm doing it. red and the white lace in these. And once again, we already discussed these in the Air Jordan 1 collection video. So we don't have to take too much time on these. Y'all already know how I feel about Chicago 1s by now. Although I'm not gonna lie, them lows coming back out kind of entice me. I don't know. I might keep a pair of the lows that's coming out this winter. I'm not sure. Maybe, because I do like low Air Jordan 1s. Highly like y'all. A lot of people be wearing dunks. I just rather wear some Air Jordan 1s, lows. So there you have it. The 2022 released Air Jordan 1, lost and found. And that's our first in our bloody red category. Moving right along. Now, this one right here, y'all probably have no clue what this is. But I will say this. I am expressly prohibited from letting this sneaker go. I cannot let this sneaker go. Okay? So here we have. Is this another varsity red release? Yes, it is. Sail black varsity red. Now, the hint is it's an Air Jordan 1 that released back when they was 160. And it came from a boutique here in Georgia. So this may not be a regular release. What is it? What Air Jordan 1 could possibly be inside this box, Dave? That's bloody red. Damn, I hate when my receipts do this. This ain't the first receipt to do it. I hate when my receipts do this. Now, you can't even see nothing on there, all because I put tape on it. You can't see nothing on it. It appears as though it's just a regular white piece of paper, which is so unfortunate. But here you have the 2019 released. I told you I couldn't sell it, man. It tells you right here on the shoe. You cannot sell this shoe, bro. Expressly prohibited from selling this sneaker. The not for resale ones, the color that I cared about. I know the yellow one was more limited. I know the yellow one might have more value. Well, it definitely does have more value. But I never cared about the yellow one. This is the only one I ever wanted. When I seen this sneaker, I wanted it so bad. I was so excited. There's a story that goes along with this, and I probably told it in my Air Jordan 1 collection video. But since I hardly ever pull these out, I hardly ever discuss them. I hardly ever take pictures because it says right here clearly no photos. Hold on. It clearly says no photos. So I can't take pictures of it. I can't sell it. I can't resell it. You know what I mean? Because these are simply not for resale. Right? Because I hardly take pictures of this sneaker, I don't really discuss them. But it's low-key one of my favorite Air Jordan 1s based on the quality, the colorway. Y'all know I'm a sucker for black toes. But the quality, I'm not going to lie, I do like the fact that this is one of the more limited Air Jordan 1s, so not a lot of people even have these. Plus, it's just a pretty cool shoe. Now, the story goes as such. We were camping out at Wish ATL. My son was with me. This was in 2019. There were so many people packed inside of the railing. I wonder if I could put a picture up. I'm going to try to put a picture up of Wish real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. This rail has been there since I first started going to Wish. The first time I ever set eyes on Wish, way back in like 2011 or some shit like that, that rail has been there. Now, imagine, I don't know, 126 people between the bottom of that railing where the sidewalk is and that door, right? So we in that bitch. We in the trenches, right? Like, you can't hardly even turn around without, I mean, it's nuts to butt in there. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, we try to get this money because this sneaker was going, let's just say it was worth me being there, right? It got so crazy, niggas broke the rail. There's a video floating around somewhere out there. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I don't know where it's at. There's a video of this happening, right? The rail broke, like pushed over. At the time, the then manager, Justin, tall guy, looked like he might have played basketball back in the day. He came out and said, it's over with. Everything's shut down. We're going to do a raffle. I was so crushed. Because I was going to make a lot of money. Like, my sneaker was going to be free. My son was going to be paid for his night. and there was still gonna be profit, like hundreds of dollars. It fucked my night up. You know what I'm saying? So ended up later having to make a trade. So shout out to my guy Tim Jones in the ATATF supergroup, in the Atlanta supergroup ATATF. Tim used to be outside in the trenches with us back in that 17, 18, 19 time. And shout out to him, man. I traded him like 2 pairs of Obsidian ones, I think, men's in the grade school, and then like a grade school shattered backboard like mid, because at the time the shattered backboard mids had just came out and they was doing all right. So I think I traded them those 3 for this. I told him, bro, I gotta have them. I gotta have them. I was supposed to get them for retail. I was supposed to get 2 pairs actually. That's why me and my son was out there. It didn't work out, but it ends up being a great sneaker memory about this particular sneaker, because Wish ATL at the time, I believe, was the only store that had them. I don't think Montier had them. I don't think Montier had these. Or if they did, you know how Montier do, so I ain't even got to say. So Wish was really my only chance, and obviously they still came from Wish, even though I didn't actually get them. The receipt's in there, even though the receipt is blank now. But anyway, these match that deep blood red, like I was saying, because it's the difference between that fire red, especially on Air Jordan 1s, and that deeper, darker red. And so I felt like these qualified for the Bloody Red series. So we starting off this video with 2 pairs of Air Jordan 1s with that deep dark red. We going right into the motherfucking sneaker of the year. I've already made a whole separate video on this sneaker. I've already talked about everything I love about this sneaker. I've already discussed why it's the sneaker of the year. So we not gonna waste no time. Y'all know exactly what the fuck it is by the way the box look. 2025 sneaker of the year. Bricks. It's all these niggas talking about bricks. It's all these niggas speaking about bricks. All right, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I debated heavily about including this sneaker in this video, because I was thinking, number one, it's not really even red. It's cinnabar, which is like a cinnamon or like a deep fried burnt orange, like a burnt caramelized fried orange. So it's really not even red per se. But then when you hold it next to this, and the color, like, I mean, you can't tell me that's not the same color. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, when blood dries, you know, I don't know. Anyway, it's actually just another excuse for me to include this sneaker, because this sneaker is the sneaker of the year to me. I fucking love this sneaker, man. I fucking love this sneaker. So here you have the 2025 released Brick by Brick Nigel Sylvester 4. I mean, I've already said everything I need to say about the sneaker. It's a shoe of the year. The quality, the execution, the material on the box. The materials on the shoe, the execution on the box is just something that we haven't seen. It's just something that we haven't seen. There has been numerous all-red Air Jordan 4s, the worst of which probably being the 11 Lab 4s that came out in like 2014. This shoes was terrible. But it's something about this sneaker right here that just makes it too crazy. So I felt like I had to include the sneaker. So here you have the 2025 released Nigel Sylvester. I feel like this color on it solidifies it for being a bloody red sneaker. It just looks like it fits the part, man. You know what I mean? So there we have the Nigel Sylvester Brick by Brick 4s for the 3rd installment in this bloody red sneaker series. Now, when it comes to this sneaker right here, this is my favorite of this ever. And this is the very first sneaker that I thought about when I said I was going to do a blood red sneaker. This is the first one, because anytime I think of an Air Jordan that's bloody red, this is the first sneaker that pops into my mind. Without further ado, if y'all seen my Air Jordan 6 video, I'm sure y'all already know what the fuck this shoe is, because I got 2 pair of them. The best Air Jordan 6 ever fucking created. The 2021 released Air Jordan 6 Carmine. Let's get into how bloody red this is. look at that motherfucking side panel, bro. I fucking love this shoe. I fucking love this shoe, man. I fucking love this shoe. How a lot of y'all feel about black infrareds, that's how I feel about these. I fucking love this shoe, bro. This shoe is so iconic to me. This shoe means Mike Jordan switching hands for the first time, bro. That's what this shoe means to me. And of course, like I said, we will be dealing with that symbol. We will be dealing with that symbol right there. So, this was the first sneaker I thought about when I thought about the Blood Red series, because the Carmine, the suede on the Carmine is different than any other suede on any other Air Jordan 6. It literally looks bloody. I fucking love these shoes, man. I fucking love these shoes, man. I fucking love them. And like I said, the first sneaker I thought about when I thought about doing a blood red edition of my Air Jordan collection, I'm like, oh yeah, Carmine's got to go in there. Because like, if not Carmine's, then what? You know what I'm saying? And then I started building other sneakers. I'm like, okay, a couple of the cherries are going there, of course, you know what I'm saying? Then I thought about those. And I'm like, you know what? Should I do the bricks? I'm like, I don't know. But they are all red. They're a bloody red sneaker too. So they got included. But this was the very first one. This is the cornerstone of my thought process behind this video. Just respect the Carmine 6, bro. That's all you really need to do. Just respect it. Just respect it. It's so bloody red. Nike on the lace locks. Just respect the bloodiness of this sneaker, man. Sue bro. I'm not a gangbanger, but I'm just saying. Sue bro. Sue fucking whoop, man. To all y'all who do ride sets and all that and bang for y'alls and all, you know what I mean? Those of us who are not civilians, I'm super civilian. But yeah, man, sue to y'all niggas, man. I fucking love this shoe, bro. I fucking love this shoe, man. Oh, man. The Carmine 6, man. So this one might not be too much of a long one because I really don't have much to say about them other than how I may feel about them and why I included them in the video. So we're going to keep this one moving right along. It's only 17 minutes in right now. Or the counter might be at 18 because of the intro in the beginning, but we're not even at 20 minutes yet, and we already more than halfway through. But yeah, that's the centerpiece for me. I mean, come on, man. Come on, bro. Speaking of the bloody red panels, y'all already know what this is. I mean, it's obvious what it is. Air Jordan 7 Retro DB. Now, the funny thing about it, it clearly does not have red on here at all. It simply says black and metallic gold. But if y'all are familiar with the DBs, y'all know that this leather is definitely a deep dark red. So why not get into them, man? Because I like them, man. I like these shoes. So let's see how bloody red these DB7s can get. Oh, man. This might be the deepest, darkest red of any sneaker in this entire video, man. Like, this is a deep, deep red. This shit definitely look like dry blood, man. And like I said, just like the Carmine 6s with those panels on the side, we got the Air Jordan 7 DB with those bloody red panels. Once again, I know I just mentioned this in the DB video that just came out like a couple weeks ago, right? The leather on this sneaker is bin quality leather. The leather on the DB7s goes absolutely crazy. And I guess with this vinyl material that they used on the black, maybe they saved some doing that. So that's why they was able to splurge on the leather panels. This leather is something ridiculous, bro. It's something ridiculous. I know a lot of people don't rock with the DB7s. I don't care. My name is Dave. I'm from Detroit, West 7 Mile to be exact. And I buy the sneakers that I like. I wear the sneakers that I like. And I like DB7s. Now, why is this included in here? As I was just stating, that bloody red panel, man. I feel like you gotta put the DB7. If you're talking about deep red sneakers with deep red in them, come on, man. Come on, man. What color is that then? If that don't look like a bloody red panel, if that don't look like a panel that would be on like a Jason Voorhees style Air Jordan, come on, man. Bloody red, man. If it's bloody red, then make it in the video, bro. That's all it is, man. Look at what we got going on here. So yeah, man, DB7s. Like I said, I really like the quality on the leather. I personally like the shoe as a whole. It's a shoe you don't see every day. When you put it on, I believe it does turn a few heads. It may not break necks, but it definitely is a head turner. It may not be a neck breaker, but it's definitely a head turner. I like them. I fuck with them. And I do plan on rocking them again sometime soon. I don't know when. But here you have the 2015 released Air Jordan 7 Dornbecker. All right, we 5 pairs in. Now, based on if you know sneakers and if you know how the Air Jordan 12 has been releasing, then I'm sure you already know what shoe this is. But Air Jordan 12, white, black, varsity red. These cherry 12s are definitely deep, deep red. As opposed to the flu games. The flu games are different because they have a lighter red. But these cherries, oh yeah, this red is so deep. It's so bloody. So let's get right into these, shall we? Come on, man. Come on, man. Clearly the bloodiest Air Jordan 12 ever, bro. Even the all red joints that came out, what was that, 2016, 2017, maybe? I don't know. They was all red suede. That was a light red. Kind of reminiscent of those a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I kind of wish I had those. What are those called? The Bulls 12s? They might be called the Bulls over Broadway. Or no, the Bulls over Broadway was the 10s. I don't know what they called. But they was all red suede 12s. I'm actually kind of mad I don't got them because it's pretty dope shoe. But clearly, when you look at that red on there, this is the deepest red you're going to find on the Air Jordan 12. Especially on OG colorways. So I had to include them, man. I had to include them. Super bloody to me. Like I said, I was thinking, and I was like, after I got through the Carmines and the Lostons, I was like, you know what? A couple of the cherries gonna have to get in. And then after that, that's when I thought of DBs. I was like, a couple of the cherries gonna have to sneak in. And this is definitely one of the cherries that had to sneak in. Because when you look at it, in my opinion, it definitely looks like a deep, dark red. It looks like a bloody red. You know what I mean? So that's why they was included. Y'all also know how I feel about this particular colorway. For some reason, this particular, well, Obsidians too. I feel the same way with Obsidians. When I look at these, I just feel like 2000 or 1997, bro. It just feels like 10th grade. These sneakers, it just feels like 10th grade to me. You know what I mean? So, would this have been 10th grade? Would have been 11th grade. 11th grade. Had to be 11th grade because 10th grade would have been the 11th. 96 was 10th grade. And then in 96 September, I was in 11th grade. And if these came out in January of 97, that would have been 11th grade. Right. Okay. So these take me right back to 11th grade, bro. These take me right back to 97. I don't know what it is. This particular colorway is just, it made me feel like 97 all over again, man. So shout out to the Air Jordan 12 Cherry for making it in Detroit Dave's Bloody Red Sneaker Edition. So there you go, man. We almost down to the last sneaker. And we having some fun, man. Shout out to Friday the 13th. And the final sneaker, Air Jordan 14 Retro, white, black, varsity red. Now, some people refer to these as the Rip Hamilton 14s. But me personally, before Rip Hamilton ever wore these, man, these was the fucking candy canes, bro. What are you talking about, man? Let's get into this bloody red Air Jordan 14. Man, a candy cane 14, man. What is we really saying? Y'all boys went outside in 1999, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know about January of 1999. Y'all don't know. We was nervous. We actually thought that the world might be ending in a year. We wasn't sure because this whole internet thing was nowhere near what it is now. So we were still depending on like major news outlets. You know what I'm saying? Newspapers, yes, but I would say probably more magazines like Time and Life magazine, shit like that, and national news outlets for our news. And everybody was talking about the computers are not ready. They don't know how to reset after the decade is over, after the century is over. And it was gonna be haywire. Everything was gonna be all thrown off. The sun was gonna fall out the sky. We was gonna die. Y2K. Y'all know about 1999, man. This was a good year. This was a good year, man. 1999 was a great fucking year, as a matter of fact. But I digress. Candy cane 14s, bro. How could these not be included? Look at how bloody red that red is. Let's just take a look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at the fingers coming up on the side. Oh, it's beautiful. And this particular release also got the speckles in there, similar to the 72 and 10 paint. So these had to get included, man. These had to get included. This is definitely a bloody red Air Jordan 14. Now, I can't, off the top of my head, I don't know what all 14s. It might be another 14. Of course, you got the Toro 14s that was all red. And I think those will also qualify to be in this video based on the deepness of that red as well. Just a classic sneaker. Once again, original colorway. As you see here. As you see here. As you see here. Like I said, a couple of the cherries was going to have to make it because that red is just so nice, deep and dark. It looks bloody red. So I was like, you know what? The 12s and the 14s, man. Those the ones. Those got to go in. Like I said, at first I was thinking I was going to do a lot of the bread Air Jordans that I have. But then on second thought, it's like, okay, yeah, the bread might fit for Friday the 13th, but Friday the 13th is about blood. It's about blood red. When you think of Friday the 13th, at least my generation, when I think of Friday the 13th, I automatically think of the movie Jason. So when you think about Jason Voorhees, you think about blood red. And that's why I feel like the Air Jordan 14 Candy Cane is a perfect candidate for this edition of my collection because it's definitely bloody red for sure. And there you have it. Detroit Dave's bloody red sneaker edition to celebrate Friday the 13th. And we're going right with the 2006 release of the Candy Cane 14. The 2024 release, or was this 23? 2023 release. Air Jordan 12 Cherries, which I feel like is a shoe-in. Like, how can you not? You know what I'm saying? Then we have the 2015 released Air Jordan 7, Dornbecker, as the box clearly tells you right here. And like I said, man, that blood red side panel, or those blood red side panels, is what got it in this video. And of course the OG, man. Come on, man. Come on. This is the first one I thought of. Even the Nike Airs in blood red. As a matter of fact, this sneaker is so bloody that some of the pairs bleed into the white right here and on the toe cap. Some pairs do. They got pink midsoles because the sneaker bled into the midsole. So, you know, we had to include that, man. I fucking love Carmine's. 2025 sneaker of the year. Like I said, I debated it, but then I was like, nah, you know what? They all red. They bloody red. They work. 2025 sneaker of the year. Bike Air. Nigel Sylvester's. That sole is definitely bloody red, for sure. And then you have the not for resale Air Jordan 1s released in 2019. And that red panel right there, and especially the sole on this thing, is what made these qualify for the Friday the 13th edition. And last but not least, of course, you have the 2022 released Lost and Found Air Jordan 1, which is all bloody red, even the laces. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Like I said, I'm giving y'all different concepts. I'm coming with different ideas all year because I'm really interested in revitalizing this channel, which I already have. I've already got new subscribers. I've already got new fans of what I'm doing and new supporters. So I really appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to keep it coming. And as a matter of fact, why don't y'all give me an idea of what y'all would want to see? More things coming soon on this channel. What would y'all like to see? How would y'all like me to dissect this collection? What more would y'all like from me? Just let me know. Leave it in the comments. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. So this has been your boy, Detroit Dave, on this Friday the 13th edition of the bloody red sneakers on my collection. And this has been your boy, Detroit Dave. Leave me some comments and let me know what y'all want to see. And let me get y'all up out of here in about a half hour, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.
On the gas as you pass the Renaissance. Looking for a laugh and you honestly buzz. Take a seat in Coco's Comedy Club. We done went downtown all the way from the mile. The last stop is the strip, better known as the aisle. I'm from the D, yeah, bitch. I'm